We will start our today's sessions. What we will do in our today's session, we will try to look into the remaining two planning strategies what we discussed yesterday theoretically. Then we will go to the system and we'll see the planning strategy configuration also how it actually happens. And then I am planning to go ahead with our one of the basic scenario, that is repetitive manufacturing today. Okay. So before going ahead, we will quickly recap our last session. In our last session, actually, we majorly, studied these many planning strategies. So total, we till date we discuss about 8 different planning strategies: 10, 11, 40, 20, 30, 50, 60, and 63. So we discuss in very detail about how 10 number planning strategy, that is make to stock net requirement planning, working. It is basically working starting with the plan independent requirement, and after production when we will deliver it to the sales order, or PIR, plan independent requirement, is consuming, or reduction of PIR will happen after sales delivery. And also during the material requirement planning, in net requirement calculation, system used to check the plan independent requirement as well as any open receipts as well as warehouse stock. But in the 11 number planning strategy, that is gross requirement planning, it will start with plan independent requirement. It will create the production plan, and whenever we will do complete our production, immediately it reduce your plan independent requirement. And the difference between 10 and 11 is, during the net requirement calculation, here system will not consider our warehouse stock. Okay. Then also we discuss about the make to order planning strategy. Here we saw like our planning will start once there is a sales order for the material. Before sales order, we cannot start our production planning. Once there is a sales order, system used to create sales order specific segment in the MD04, and used to create a separate production order for a specific sales order and get the stock against that sales order. When we will get delivered this material to that sales order, our sales order is supposed to get consumed. So this is typically make to order. Also we saw planning strategy 40. 40 is typically make to stock planning strategy. It is starting with plan independent requirement for the finished material. So this is kind of make to order plus make to stock. So before sales order coming, we can start our production. And once sales order is coming from the customer, when we are punching the sales order in the system try to consume the plan which we have already created. Okay, that is the capacity of this planning strategy, which we call as a planning with final assembly. This is very common planning strategy. I mostly seen this 40 number planning strategy is using many companies, where we need to maintain the consumption logic, consumption mode in the material master, whether it should be the backward consumption, how sales order will consume the plan independent requirement based on backward consumption or forward consumption or backward forward, right? That's what we saw here majorly. And then we also discuss about 30 number planning strategy, that is make to stock production by lot. So this is kind of, we can start our production with plan independent requirement as well as incoming sales order. System used to create the plan orders based on the lot and used to create the production order. So it's a combine make to stock and make to order. That's planning strategy also, we can use it here. Then we saw make to order planning without final assembly. This is one of the important planning strategy, and it's very interesting actually. So basically, fundamentally, this planning strategy is used, to plan our finished material based on the requirement of our finished material forecast requirement. We used to plan our semi-finished material and raw material, used to get produce my semi-finished and finished material in the stock, but system will not allow us to start finished material production unless there is a sales order for that. So if you go here point by point in this planning strategy, if we are maintaining 50 planning strategy to the finished material, initially we can start our production plan with plan independent requirement. System explore the BOM and create plan orders for SFG purchase requisitions for the raw material. At the same time, system used to create the plan order for a finished material also, but the plan order type is VP, which is non-convertible plan order. So we cannot convert this plan order to production order, but we can start our SFG production with this plan order, we can start our procurement, get the raw material, we can, produce the semi-finished material. And finally, when we will get the finished material sales order, after that, once we are punching that finished material sales order in the system, after next MRP run, after that next MRP run, we'll convert this plan order VP to KD. That means it will allow us to start our finished material production. At the same time, whatever plan independent requirement which we have created for that finished material will get net off with that incoming sales order. That's what we saw in the 50 number planning strategy. And then this is the planning with planning material. This is very important planning strategy also we yesterday saw. Like sometimes we do have a variant bill of material, like there are very common components that has to be planned based on the incoming sales forecast. So we do have a two, let's say sometimes two different production materials, and below FG1 and FG2 what we discussed yesterday, and below that we do have very common component like RM2, RM3, RM4 and RM5. So, but initially at very initial level, we are not knowing what is the forecast for FG1 and for FG2. What is the plan for that? But at a very high level, we sometimes came to know, okay, total FG1 and FG2, we might require 1000. That's what we discussed yesterday. So based on that, this planning with planning material help us to, plan the raw material level below levels. Okay. And whenever incoming sales orders are coming for that material, so actual production will happen with your sales order basis, but the planning will be happen based on your forecast with planning material, right? So yeah, step by step, I mention here how we can configure this kind of planning strategy. Like in that case, although we have a finished material BOM routing everything, we need to create the planning material separately. Then we can assign this planning material to your finished material. We need to assign the planning strategy 63 for that, right? And once we are having all the bill of material and everything, step by step we can create the plan independent requirement for finished material. It will trigger the MRP will trigger the plan orders at SFG level as well as raw materials procurement proposals, right? And this this plan order which is created at FG12 level is again the same kind of thing that what we discussed earlier. It is a non-convertible plan order where system will not, sorry, the plan order which we have created at FG1 and FG2 will be the non-convertible. So when we will get the exact sales order quantity, or when we punch the sales order for that material, system will next MRP run will allow us to start, convert this plan order to production order. At the same time, it net of the plan independent requirement which we have already created for our planning material. That's what we discuss. So then we were actually discussing about the two remaining planning strategies, and then we actually decided like I will create some diagrammatical descriptive slide for you for that. So this is the planning strategy what we were discussing yesterday. Make to stock planning at assembly level 70 and make to stock planning at phantom assembly level 59. First, first we will look into the 70 number planning strategy. Basically these kind of planning strategies what we discussed earlier, these kind of planning strategies are maintained at semi-finished material level. It's called assembly